Hello everyone, welcome to Rappel's family. Hello everyone, welcome to Liquor Treats. So I'm so grateful for having you here. We'll be starting dinner soon, but we'll want to wait for a few people to join and then we start. So we wait for like a couple of minutes and then we can start. My name is Benedicta, by the way. Yeah. Hello, I can see Carly Diamond online. Thank you so much for having you. Yeah. It would be nice if you could share where you are joining from, if you don't mind. Oh, wonderful, from Aachen. Wow, that's beautiful. I've been to Aachen before. It's a wonderful place. I love the greenery of Aachen. Thank you so much for joining, and I hope you enjoy the cooking show today. Yeah. And as I have been saying always, my name is Benedicta, and I live here in Germany, Munich, by the way. Yeah. So today we have a quick fix dinner for that takes less than, the main course takes less than 10 minutes to cook, put together if you have boiled rice. However, we'll be preparing a delicious Ghanaian delicacy known as Shito. It's simply a black chili sauce. So we'll be preparing our Shito alongside fried rice. Yeah. So I can see that we have we have CA Global joining from Munich. Thank you so much, CA Global. Thank you so much. Yeah, and please give this video a thumbs up for it to get shared. Thank you so much. Yeah. So we'll begin by starting our show. Usually, shito is made with shrimps. It's made with smoked shrimps and smoked herrings. However, if you live outside Ghana and you don't have an African shop around you where you can easily lay your hands on shrimps and herrings, smoked ones of course, and also if you can't make it yourself at home, I'll be presenting an alternative, a great alternative to the authentic Ghana shito, and it tastes wonderful. It tastes absolutely wonderful. And it's none other than the how do we call it? It's just simply tuna shito. And this is the tuna we'll be using today for our shito. I always try to get this tuna that is in oil, and this one is in sunflower oil. If you live here in Germany, you can get it in any grocery store of your choice, and I believe in other places as well you can easily get the tuna shito in any grocery store of your choice. Yeah, so today we will be preparing a quick one and we'll be using 2 canned tuna. Tuna requires shito requires a lot of oil, so today we'll be using a bottle of raps oil. You can use sunflower oil, any type of oil of your choice, and you can also reduce the quantity of your oil if you do not want to keep it on your countertop for long. Using a lot of oil is just a preservative mechanism. Wow, thank you, Casta Espico. May I please know where you are joining from? It will be great to know. Yeah. And we also need some onion. I have 3 here, just 1 large one and 2 medium-sized onions. I have some ginger and some garlic. We also need pepper. I'm going to get pepper, please hold on. Sorry for that. So for the pepper, it's best, especially when you're not making the authentic Ghana Shito, it's best to use pepper that is so fragrant. And my secret ingredient to always having the perfect tuna shito is using the green Scotch bonnets. It's so fragrant, it's tasty as well, and I use that in addition to the red ones. Today I don't have the green ones on hand, so I'll just be using the red ones. And you can increase the pepper to suit your taste. Generally, shito is very spicy, so if you do not want spicy food, you can reduce the quantity of pepper you use. So that is it. We'll be chopping up our ingredients and then we will blend it up and start cooking our shito. Yeah, I can see we have about 7 people watching. It will be great if you all give this video a thumbs up. It will help other people to also find it, and it will help YouTube also to share it. So without wasting much time, we'll start chopping our ingredients and then make our shito. Please let me know either. Hi, Priscilla Shell. Hi, thank you so much for having you here. May I please know where you are tuning in from? So you can just chop up the onions and the garlic and especially the ginger into any size from Hamburg. Wow, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah. Please, if you are watching and you've tasted shito before, kindly comment in the comment section which type you've had, if you've had the authentic type or if you've had the revised version. I call the tuna one revised version, you know. Yeah, just trying to make do with whatever you have. It's loved by both young and old. It's simply amazing. Yeah, so we'll be blending everything together. I'll be using my hand blender. I've had this for years, about 8 years now, and it's the hand blender from Siemens. It works wonderfully well. Just if it's falling down. Hi Nancy, wow, thank you so much for tuning in. It's wonderful having you here from Munich. Wow, wonderful. So as I was saying earlier, this is a hand blender and I've had it for about 8 years now, and it's very durable. If you are thinking of getting a hand blender, this is a great alternative to other types on the market, and it's very, very, very cheap as well. It is the Siemens brand, and it's fallen several times, and I had just a few chips here and there. So it's a durable brand. We are not going to blend our shito with water. We will be using just oil to cut down on the cooking time. So because my hand blender is small, I'll be blending it in 2 batches. Yeah, so I have my oil. I'm just pouring it into the blender, and then off we blend. As I said earlier, please do not bother yourself about using too much oil. This is shito and it requires a lot of oil. You can, when you are done with your shito and you are eating it, you just scoop, you just fetch the main shito that settles at the bottom of your storage jar so that you can leave the oil on top to do its work, just to preserve it. Please excuse the noise because I have to blend. So our first batch is done. We'll be pouring it. It's always best to use a large saucepan, or if you have a wok, it's... Hi, Nancy. Oh, wow. Hello to Haley as well. Wow, thank you so much. Thank you so much for having you. I really appreciate every one of you. Thank you so much. So as I was saying, it's best to use a white bowl whenever you are making shito because it tends to splash around a lot. So we'll be pouring our first batch into it. And as we are going to blend the second one, we can turn on the stove. Yeah. I cannot overemphasize the importance of having shito. If you are a student or if you are a worker, it's always great to prepare shito and keep it at home. You know, there are some days that you find it, let me say, a bit lazy to cook. And when you have shito, you can pair it up with boiled rice, with spaghetti, with yam, with potatoes. It's so good. So good to have it handy every time. I remember back in the days growing up, we always had jars made for us to take to school, and it could last anywhere between 3 to 6 months, especially when it's really cooked well. And you can also be creative with your shito. You can fry sometimes, how do we call it? You can fry chicken or beef if you eat those. You can fry it very well, ensure that it's dry enough, and then place it into your shito right before it's done. Yeah, so we'll be boiling our second batch. Please excuse me for the noise. I almost forgot to add my pepper to it. I'll just be using one because I don't want it too spicy today. So we are done with our second batch. We'll just pour it in and then let the cooking continue. So we'll be stirring from time to time. until the water evaporates considerably. Oh, for the blender, you can get it from any store. If you live here in Germany, you can get it from MediaMarkt or Saturn, or from any electronic store. I think it's also sold on Amazon as well. Please let me know if you've tried out any recipe from Lekker Treat and how it turned out. Did you enjoy it? Or if you've also watched any of our videos and yeah, yes, okay. Yeah, so if you've also enjoyed any of our videos, kindly share your experience with us here. So generally, when you are making the authentic Ghana Shito, you will be frying this sauce until the water is almost evaporating, and before that we'll be adding our tomato paste. This is just about a table and a half. This is just 1.5 tablespoons of tomato paste. So we'll be adding this as well. Please let me know if you can clearly see me. So we've added our tomato paste, and then we'll give everything a good mix. So as I was previously saying, oh, I think we had a message from, oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah. Oh, thank you so much, Nancy. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Yeah. So as I was previously saying, with making authentic Ghana Shito, the difference is that because you use the shrimps and herrings that are very dry and already smoked, it has no moisture in it. So you put it in, you add it to the Shito when the ginger, onion, and garlic blend is almost done. That's the time you add it. However, with this one, we are the tuna that we'll be using has a considerable amount of water in it, so we'll be adding it earlier on, before the ginger, onion, and garlic blend is all done. So for this blend, I used about 3 onions, very large ones. I used one pepper, a large red pepper. I used about 4 cloves of garlic and about 30 to 40 grams of ginger. And I blended it up with almost 500 ml of oil. So at this point, I'm just going to open up the tuna and add it to the onion, ginger, and garlic blend. And it's always best to flake your tuna so that it cooks faster. You can do it like so. You can just use your fork and then try to flake it up. So if you are from any other country aside Ghana, and you have people who who have made shito for you before, but then they are no more making any batches for you, you can always use this recipe as a supplement to have your own, of course. So one in, we open the next one. And please do not pour the oil on top of the tuna away. We can add it to it. And then flake it up. And also continue adding it. So we are done with that. Yeah. Please be sure to stir from time to time as I'm trying to get this done before the end of the live, so I'm cooking it on high heat, but it's best to cook it on medium high. Yeah, I think I missed the message. Please, I'm making tuna shito. I'm making tuna shito. This is not the authentic Ghana shito, but it tastes extremely good as well. So please be sure to stir from time to time. You're welcome, Oluwato Funmi. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh, you're watching from London. Wow, thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you. So as our tuna shito is cooking, we'll be working on our fried rice. Please excuse me. Yeah, so for our fried rice, we are using just a few ingredients, and I would like to take you through. Yes, tuna shito with fried rice. Yes, it's so lovely. You would enjoy it. So for our fried rice, I'll be taking you through our ingredients quickly. And for the sauces, I have this here. It's the thin soy sauce, and I always buy the Healthy Boy brand. It tastes wonderfully amazing. So this is what it looks like. The thin soy sauce is the Healthy Boy brand. And you can easily get it in any Asian supermarket of your choice. Next, we'll be using just a little amount of the black soy sauce. There's the thicker one, and it tastes sweet as well. However, the thin one has a salty taste to it. So this is also the Healthy Boy brand of the black soy sauce, the thicker one. And we also have oyster sauce, and I don't know which brand this is, but if you get the Healthy Boy brand, please go for it. It tastes good. It will not disappoint you. Yeah, so this is oyster sauce. And please always try to keep an eye on your shito, otherwise it will go bad, it will get bent. Yeah. And today I'll be using chicken breast that has been cut into thin pieces. This is about 400 grams of chicken breast. And we have 3 eggs over here. I'll be using white pepper. You can also use powdered black pepper. It works fine as well. And I have over here minced garlic and ginger. I also have some cornstarch here, which will be seasoning, adding to the chicken when we are seasoning it. And this is to help prevent it from losing moisture as we fry it up. You can also get this cornstarch from any store of your choice, or also from the Asian supermarket as well. And finally, but not the least, no, I think we also have one more thing there. We also need our vegetables. You can use any vegetables of your choice. You can cut it into any shape of your choice. Today I'll be using I'll be using onion. I have some carrots over here. I have red bell pepper and green bell pepper. For the onion, I'm using just 1. The carrots, I used 2. For the bell pepper, I use half of each. And we need our rice. I have some cooked rice here, which I prepared earlier, and this is what it looks like. In preparing your rice, it's always important that when you are preparing your fried rice, you wash your rice a couple of times. Pour the water, change the water, wash it again. It's always best to wash it with cold water. And the reason why it's good to wash it is to take off any surface starch, and it helps prevent the rice from sticking together. So that's the sole reason for rinsing your rice before cooking it, whenever you are using it for fried rice. But if also you want to cook your plain rice and have it have the single boiled grains, please try to use this method as well. Yeah, and finally, but not the least, it's always important when you are making your Asian dishes to have some sesame oil. And it's, you know, it takes the taste to another level. It tastes wonderfully amazing. Just a few drizzle on your sauces or your noodles or your fried rice gives it that classic and exquisite Asian food taste, you know. Yeah. So we'll begin by marinating chicken. Sorry. I'll try to clear this up and then we continue. You can use your gloves if you have one. If not, you can use your hands to marinate it. After that, please do wash it very, very well. You don't want to transfer bacteria from it to other items you are using. So sometimes I use my gloves, on other days I just use my hands, but I ensure to wash my hands very, very well afterwards. Today I have my gloves on. Yeah. And to marinate it, I'm going to use just, for this 400 gram of chicken breast, I'll be using, I hope it's clearly visible, I'll be using about a tablespoon of white, about half a teaspoon of white pepper. Yeah, so that is good. And then we'll use about a tablespoon of, we'll be using about a tablespoon of soy sauce. so that is good. And of course we need our cornstarch. And this brand is there's the Kaufland brand. If you live here in Germany, you can easily lay your hands on this. So if you are a student or you are a worker, you have no excuse not to prepare this shito. It tastes good. No, it tastes really, really, really good. You'll be making this every time. So we'll be adding just a tablespoon of that, of the cornstarch. Just a little bit more. Yeah. And then we try to give it a good massage. If you have time, you can let this sit for about 30 minutes. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So if you have time, you can let it sit for at least 30 minutes, but the longer you marinate, no, you are not too late. Oh, no, you are not too late. We are making tuna shito today, and we'll be having it alongside our chicken fried rice. Yeah, so as I was previously saying, it's always good to marinate your chicken very well. The longer it marinates, the better the taste. So if in case you'll be marinating overnight, then it's best not to add your cornstarch. You just marinate with your soy sauce and your white pepper powder, cover it up, and then keep it in your fridge. And then you can continue whenever you are ready to use it. You can add your cornstarch right before you start frying it. So with this, we'll be using it in just a few minutes from now because we need to get going. Yeah, so it's done. I think I have to add a little bit more of my oil. And it's so fragrant as well. Please let me know if you would like to have more live cooking sessions. Please write in the comment section and we'll do well to have it. So I'm changing the burner for this so that we can start working on our fried rice. Thank you so much, Nancy. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much, Priscilla. Thank you so much. We'll be hosting a lot of live sessions. Yeah. So for our fried rice, we'll start frying our chicken, and then we'll continue from there. So I have my pan here. Earlier, okay, earlier. So we should have it earlier on Sundays, mid-afternoon. Okay, thank you so much. Please, we'll try our possible best to have it earlier. Yeah. So we turn on. With most Asian dishes, they always cook it on very high heat in a wok. Today I'm using my wok for the shito, so I'll be stir frying in this frying pan. And the reason why they use the wok is that the material used in making the wok enables fast heat transfer. And I think this is stainless steel, by the way. I'm not sure if it's aluminum or stainless steel, but I guess it's stainless steel. So our pan is hot. I'll be adding just this amount of oil, not much. And once it's hot enough, we'll be adding marinated chicken. So it's quite hot. I have my stove on almost the highest setting. It's on 8. I have my level from 1 to 9 and it's almost on 8. So it's hot enough. We'll be adding this marinated chicken. So this is how it looks like. Yeah, we'll be adding it now. And at this point, you try to, when you place it into the pan, please do not disturb it much, as if you do, it's going to allow the moisture in the chicken to evaporate. So you don't want to disturb it. Let it cook for a while, maybe a minute or so, before you try separating it. So that is fine. I can smell the white pepper we used. It's very fragrant as well. And please don't forget your shito. Try to stir it from time to time. And we'll be cooking this shito. Oh, weekly. Okay, thank you. Yeah, we'll be cooking this shito until it turns dark in color, almost black, and we see a foamy film on top. I already have the authentic Ghana shito recipe on Lekker Treat, so please do well to take a look if you want to see how the authentic shito is done. And in that video, you can clearly see how the foamy film formed on top and how the color also looked like. So we'll be stirring it until it turns dark in color and you see the foamy film on top. I think we are good to add to stir our chicken now. Give it a turn. And as we can clearly see, it looks really shiny, and it looks as if all the moisture in the chicken is trapped in. That is what we are looking for. So as usual, we let it cook. So as I observed from our names, we have several people from other countries. It will be great if you share in the comment section what is the most popular food from your country. I would love to know it, and maybe we will host it on Lekker Treat very soon. We are going to host it on Lekker Treat. So please do share in the comment section what the most popular food in your country is and which country that is, if you don't mind, of course. Today I'm using I'm using chicken for this fried rice. You can use shrimps. You can also use, in fact, you can use any beef or any meat of your choice. You can also use just eggs, or you can totally skip it if you do not take meat or shrimps. You can also have seafood fried rice with octopus. It tastes really, really good. So I'm taking a plate to pour the chicken on it. Just to show you how our chicken is looking, this is it. This is what we are looking for. And as you can see, we used a little bit more oil in making our in frying our chicken. And the reason why I used quite a little bit amount of the oil is for it to soak up the flavor of the chicken. And we'll be using this oil to fry our egg. And if we still have a bit more in it, we'll add just a little bit more in preparing our fried rice. So that the oil that we are using to make our fried rice is extra flavorful. I think I need to lower the heat for my shito. Especially when you are multitasking, it's always best to lower the heat a bit so that you do not end up burning it. So allow the oil to warm up a bit more, and then we whisk our egg. Hello Joe EK, thank you so much for joining. May I please know where you are joining from? Yeah, so we just as a refresher for those who just joined, we are making tuna shito, and we are having it with fried rice. So we are making our fried rice. We've already fried our chicken breast here, and we have our vegetables, which we'll be working on very soon. So I have 3 eggs here, and I'll be whisking it from Germany. Wow, that's wonderful. Thank you so much for joining. Wow, thank you so much. We are also based in Munich, Germany. So I have 3 eggs here, and I'll be whisking it before frying it. And when you whisk it, it allows a lot of air to get into the eggs. And when you fry it, it's I don't know the word to use for it, but it's fluffy. Yeah, it's fluffy. From Frankfurt. Wow, thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much. So once you whisk it and it allows air to get into it, once you fry it, it gives you that fluffy feel to it. So our oil is extremely hot. We'll just pour our egg into it, and we'll be scrambling it. So this is a really good example of using just a frying pan for your stir fry and using a wok. Hopefully in another live session that we have, we'll be using the wok, and you'll see how fast the food cooks whenever it's made in the wok. So this was what I'm talking of. See how fluffy the egg is looking. that's how our shito is also looking. Yeah, we're almost there. We'll be scrambling the egg. You're not going to overcook it. It's done. This is what we got. We just pour it. As you saw earlier, I didn't add any oil in frying the egg. We just add it to the chicken, and then we head on to stir frying. Yeah. So we'll be adding a bit more oil. This is fine. Please, you're invited. Yeah, so we've added our oil and we'll allow it to get heated up. Yeah. Yeah, you're also invited, Binda. You're also invited. So I think our oil is hot enough. Yes, please, Joe, I'll send you yours. I'll be sending a portion to everyone. Yes, so our oil is hot enough. Definitely, Castor, yeah, you also get yours. And we'll be going in first with our minced garlic and our minced ginger. And it will just fry it for just in less than a minute, just to release, for it to release its fragrance. And please be mindful whenever, yes, please do come with your plate, Nancy. As a caution, minced ginger and garlic tends to burn very fast. So once you place it into it and just give it a few stir here and there, please do well to go in with your onion and your carrot, because they tend to take a little bit time in cooking, especially for the carrot. So our oil is extremely hot. I need to be quick in frying, stir frying. I add my minced ginger and garlic. I give it a good stir. And just before it caramelizes, I'll be adding my onion and then my carrot. I always add the onion and just a few seconds later I add the carrot for it to cook together. And as we all know, bell pepper does not take long in cooking at all. So we'll let our carrot and onion to cook a while, and then we'll be adding bell pepper. I'm not sure if you can see. I'll be bringing this closer to you for you to just have a look, and you can see that the foamy film is beginning to form on top. Please let me know if you can see it. Yeah, it's beginning to form on top of the shito. We'll continue to let it cook. Yeah. So we are almost getting there. As I previously said, you can use any vegetable of your choice. If you do not have time to cut your own vegetables, you can always get the chopped vegetables from the store. Although it is not as fresh as the ones you make at home. It's you know, it's a great alternative than not to have it at all. Please also let me know if you want us to have live sessions of baking. It'll be great to have a live baking session as well. And as we all know, tuna doesn't cost much. It's just sometimes under €1 for each. And we use just 3 onions and 4 cloves of garlic and 1 pepper and about I think 40 to 50 grams of ginger. And you will have this, which can last you well up to a month if you are eating it alone, if you don't have a family. Frozen vegetables, exactly. It's always great to use frozen vegetables if you can't lay your hands on, especially, yes, exactly, Priscilla, that's really true. That is really, really, really true. Frozen vegetables taste much fresher than the one in the fridge section. So we'll be adding our bell pepper at this time. We'll give it a good stir. If you want your vegetables really crunchy, please cut down the cooking time of it. And for me, I like to have my, exactly, Priscilla, I like to have my bell pepper very crunchy. So at this point, we'll be adding the egg and the chicken to it. And after adding the egg to it, I'll allow it to cook for a few minutes. And as it's cooking, we'll be adding just some white pepper powder. If you have black pepper powder, it tastes wonderfully great as well. So I'll be adding about half a teaspoon of that to season the vegetables. And I'll also be adding a few drizzle of soy sauce, just to season the vegetables before adding our rice. So that is good. And this is looking so beautiful already. You can have this on its own without adding any rice to it. And you can also just add cooked noodles to this, and you will enjoy it. We'll be giving our shito a good stir. It's really, it's smelling. Yes. This is hot pepper. Some people call it hot chili sauce. Other people call it hot pepper sauce, black pepper sauce. They are all the same. And sometimes you can get it done in the African stores, but it's always great, as you know, to make your own at home. And that's why I'm presenting this great alternative to making your shito when you don't have the shrimps or and herrings around. You can always make this, and you can enjoy it with your rice, with your noodles, with your yam, with your grease. with your gari, with potatoes. It tastes really good. Even with tortellini, it tastes really, really, really good with it. My daughter added it to her tortellini this week, and it took it to another level. It was really, really delicious. So we are almost there. Our shito is almost done, and our veggies as well. At this point, we'll be adding our rice. And as I said, I have some cooked rice here. If you do not want to have your rice stuck in the rice cooker, it's always best to take it out right after cooking it. When it's hot, then you can have the single grains. But with this, it's a bit stuck together because I made it get cooled up in the pan. However, once it gets into this pan, it's going to separate. So I'm not adding much today. Just a few to fit the pan. And you can always save this rice in the fridge and make your fried rice whenever you are in need. You feel like eating fried rice at home. As I mentioned earlier, I did not add any salt when I cooked my rice. And the reason is that the soy sauce has a lot of salt in it. Enormous amount of salt in it. So it will spice it up. Sorry, it will season it well once I add it over here. In some instances, I add my soy sauce when I'm cooking the rice. The only thing I added was oil, just a few drizzle of oil on top, and then I cooked it. But then in some instances, I also add soy sauce in cooking the rice. Not sauce, just the soy sauce. And in that occasion, I'll reduce the amount of soy sauce I'll be adding to the stir fry. Excuse me. Yeah. So we have our rice in. We can add a few drizzle of the dark soy sauce. And it's like about 4 tablespoons of dark soy sauce. I just missed a message from someone. Could you please send it again? And then we add oyster sauce, about a tablespoon. Oh, it's new. Yeah. So about a tablespoon of oyster sauce, not much. Yes. And then we have just a quick stir. We'll be adding this seasoning cube to our shito. If you don't like using seasoning cube, you can always add salt. So I'll use just half of this. Normally I don't use it, but once in a while I do. I'm using just half of this seasoning cube to it. And then whenever you use your seasoning cube, it's also always best to taste it before adding salt to it. Because the seasoning cube also contains salt. So we'll give everything a good stir. I'm not sure if, I think we didn't add this. I'm not sure. Yeah, so I'll add just about a tablespoon of the dark soy sauce as well. Give everything a good mix. Thank you so much, EKG. Thank you so much. Give everything a good mix. So the secret to having darkened fried rice or stir fry in general is using the dark soy sauce. So you can add as much or as little depending on the look you are looking for, but also bear in mind that it tastes really sweet. It tastes really, really sweet. So keep that in mind as well. Our shito is almost done. This is what we have now. It's darkened in color. Yeah. Just for you to see what we have. This is how our shito is looking now. Yeah, thank you so much. And the foamy film, as I mentioned earlier, began to form and it's all forming. I'll be tasting it for salt. And please don't forget to give your stir fry a good mix. I think I need to add just a little amount of salt to it, to the shito. So I'm adding just about half a teaspoon of salt. No, just a bit more. About 1 teaspoon of salt, and give everything a good mix. One thing I noticed about tuna shito is that when you make it, it's always best, if you know you'll be having it on Monday, it's best to make it on Sunday for the individual flavors to marinate and to get released, so that you take it on Monday, because the longer it sits, the better for the taste. Oh, we don't have a restaurant so far. Usually my kids enjoy it as well as my husband. But very soon we are thinking of something, so let's keep our eyes on Lekker Treat. Yeah. And this time we'll be adding, just clean up a bit, and then we continue. We are done with using the sauces. Yeah. And see how our shito is looking. It looks beautiful. Don't you love it? Don't you love this color? It looks beautiful. Yeah. We are done adding our sauces, and we'll be adding our sesame oil. Just a few drizzle. Not too much, because it can overpower the other flavors of the stir fry. And adding the sesame oil gives you that distinct, exquisite Asian food taste. We are done. We do not want to overcook it, because I like to have crunchy vegetables. So the stir fry is ready. We are all done, all good. Our shito is almost ready. Yeah, it's also ready. This is our stir fry. Looks really good. Yeah. So this is what we have. It looks really, really, really good. And then we'll be showing you our shito. It's also done. I hope I really want to scoop out a bit of the foamy film for you to see how it looks. I hope it doesn't get... Yes, I managed to. So this is the foamy film. I don't know if you can clearly see, but this is the foamy film we are looking for. Yeah. The shito is also done. Our rice is done. So we can taste it, you know. I'll turn off the heat now. We do not want to overcook the shito. this is what we got for 2. Yes, please, Duke, you can visit. This is what we got for 2 cans of tuna, just 3 onions, 4 cloves of garlic, 500 ml of oil, and what else? Ginger, just 50 grams of ginger. We have this. It's a lot. It's quite a lot. And it's always cheap to make it at home. And as I previously said, you can always have hold on. As I previously said, you can always have your shito lasting between 3 to 6 months. And what do we do whenever you want to scoop it out and let it and preserve it? You allow this to sit and cool down, completely cool down. You do not want to dish it out when it's still warm because it will get spoiled. We'll allow this to cool down, completely cool down, and then you can store it up in any storage jar of your choice. You can buy the bigger size of this or the smaller one, depending on how you want to store it. Or you can also save it in any airtight container. You can easily find this in any store of your choice, any grocery store. And this one, you can find it in any drugstore, in DM, in Mueller, in Rossmann. You can easily come across this. So, and also on Amazon as well, you can get any of these on Amazon. So you make sure that it's clean, you wash it very well, it's clean, and you dry it. After drying it, allow it to sit and air dry. Allow it to air dry completely before adding your shito. And when you place your shito in it, if you know that you are going to keep it on your countertop, it's always best to put a considerable amount of oil on top. So if your shito gets to this level, then you should have, like, maybe the shito should fill about 3/4 of this container, and 1/4 should be oil. And this preserves it from going bad. However, if you want to keep it in your fridge or your refrigerator, having too much oil is not needed. So we are done. We are done. That is it. We are going to taste it and find out how we did. Hopefully we did really good. Yeah. So I'll take a portion for myself, and I think I'm eating for all of us. I'm tasting on behalf of all of us. And sending yours, I'm sending some your way, each and every one of you. I really, really, really appreciate you so much, and grateful having you here on this platform. It's amazing. Thank you to all those who have subscribed, ever watched our videos. You are amazing. You are amazing. I just can't thank you enough. Recently, we reached a milestone of 1,000 so as I was saying earlier, recently we reached a milestone of 1,000 subscribers, and it is all because of you. I can't say it enough. It's all because of you. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I really appreciate each and every one of you. So I have the rice here. We'll be adding shito to it, and then we see. So we are not taking the oil, we are just scooping out the shito. And then we put it at the side of the rice, like so. And then we taste. Sorry for the noise. We'll see how we did. It's so fragrant. And as we see over here, you can see the individual grains of rice. You can see it's separated, it's not clumped together. And also bear in mind, when you are cooking your rice for your stir fry, reduce the amount of water you use, because we'll be adding the soy sauces, the dark and thin soy sauce, the oyster sauce. They are all liquid, so we'll be adding them. So try to reduce the amount of water you use in cooking your stir fry so that you don't have mushy rice here. So we are done. I added a bit of the shito to it. This is how it looks. For a closer look of our shito, this is how it is. And I'll give it a taste. Thank you so much, Priscilla. Thank you. Thank you so much. It tastes amazing. You can taste the ginger, the garlic in there. It's not overpowering, you know. Overpowering, you know. It tastes really good. Amen. Thank you so much, Duke. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I'm grateful for having you here. I couldn't have made dinner any better. It's so, I don't know how to put it, but then I'm so elated cooking dinner with you today, and hopefully we learned something from each other. I'm also here to learn. So if we do something that you think could be done in a better way, kindly leave us a constructive criticism and we'll put it to work. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for the love. We appreciate it from the depth of our heart. And as usual, as I always say, this meal, this preparation, it's simple, it's easy, and it's lekker. And until I come your way in the next one, it's bye. Thank you so much. If you've not subscribed, kindly do so and turn on your notification to be notified whenever a video is uploaded. How is the taste? It tastes wonderfully well. It tastes wonderfully well. The vegetables are crunchy, and I can just take a piece of the chicken for you to see how juicy it is. This is what we got from the chicken, and just trying to, it's so hot, I'm just trying to break it apart. Oh my goodness, yeah, it's hot, and you can see that all the moisture of the chicken is preserved in there. We didn't lose any. It tastes really, really, really good. Really good. And thank you so much. Please, if you have any question in relation to this, you can ask now. If not, good. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much, Duke. I really appreciate it. I really, really, really appreciate you all. Sure, I will, Nancy. I'll tell the family. Thank you so much for having you here. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you, Brenda. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you all. Have a blessed week as well. Have a blessed week. Wishing everyone here a blessed and a fruitful week ahead. Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much. So, until we come your way again. Amen. Binda says more subscribers will come. Amen. Und Duke choose. Thank you so much. Carly, thank you too. Thank you so much. Thank you. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Please, you can share this video to your contacts in case they need in-depth explanation on how we make our food. We'll try our best to come your way live, and then we can pick it up from there. We give you in-depth reasons as to what we do and the reasons why we do it. And we also learn from each other as well. So thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you so much for spending your Sunday evening with me. I appreciate it. So see you in the next one. Bye to all of you. Bye.